Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Witco with Ray, and today we are in the Menehune Terrace, which is in Camino Island. This is my friend Grant, and this is a very special place for me because this is where I met Heather and Ken Pleasant of Witco and Pleasant Tiki name.
Is this really the first place?
This is where I met them, right here. You had the coffee table over there, and I remember sitting over there bullshitting with them for like hours, and it is an honor to call them friends, and I really mean it. And normally when I do Witco with Rays, I usually have Heather on or Ken, and the reason why they aren't here is because they are celebrating Ken's birthday up on Guaymas Island, where they have the Witco cabin.
Correct.
So they are here in spirit, and I thought what would be cool, in honor of Heather and Ken, and for Ken's birthday, is to talk about your Witco / Pleasant Tiki collection, because you have a little bit of everything here, and I figured we'd talk about it. And right off the bat, you got a couple mugs here,
I do have a couple mugs.
and where should we start?
I want to start with the Witco bar.
Okay.
Just because it's unique. This was a super cool mug they just came out with about a year ago.
Yep.
And it's got the Witco logo on the back of it, and it's got the blue bottles and everything like that. And who makes a tiki bar for a mug? So I thought it was really unique. Like, all these are just the standard forms, but a bar is pretty cool.
And supposedly, this is one of the most prized bars that you can get.
Yeah.
Kind of like the creme de la creme. And it's Monk Tiki Imports.
Yep.
And the thing has weight to it. And they gave me one of these.
Did you?
We were down at Tiki Con, and Heather and Ken's like, "Hey, we got a gift for you." I'm like, "Oh, cool."
Nice.
Thinking they were gonna give me, I don't even know. They give me this box. I'm like, "Holy shit!" I couldn't believe it. So I'm honored. Thank you. Speaking of other mugs, though,
Stayed on the line.
yeah, these
So
are the Witch Doctor mugs.
Witch Doctor 1, which is the red version, I think, came
Yep.
out first. And Witch Doctor 2, the blue version, came out next.
And I'll tell you what, I love these mugs. Monk Tiki again, right?
I believe so. Yep. Yep.
They got some.
Hey, pins.
Hey, look at that, pins. That wasn't planned at all, but that worked out pretty well.
Boom.
I got nothing in mind.
Here, put one in. There we go.
Oh, now I feel love.
Now they're complete.
They actually had a Tiki mug release at the Devil's Reef with these.
Oh.
And we were all like lined up, and since I'm friends with them, I was able to hang out and be inside.
Nice.
I got number 2.
Nice.
Is it for sale? No, never. And also, I am never selling my Tiki Witco bar mug either. Here you go.
I'm not good at selling mugs. I'm more of a acquiring mind.
Yeah.
And then every now and then I'll gift out a mug to someone.
Acquiring minds want to know.
Yes.
Now, one mug that I don't have is, I'll tell you what, this is the God of Fortune. And what the cool thing is with this is, you didn't just get the mug,
Nope.
you also got
A totem.
an actual
Or tiki.
carving
Yep.
that's about this big.
Yeah, about 30-inch.
And you actually have that coming up the stairs from your bar.
I do.
And we'll look at those in a couple seconds because you have a couple other masks and stuff like that. But one of my holy grails, to get, is they actually did this with the Big Joe.
Yes.
And the Big Joe mug that came with this is so fucking cool. But yeah,
So
I
if
love this mug.
anybody out there needs a new home for their Big Joe mug.
Yeah, no one's going to do that. And then more recently, they came out with these,
Yes.
Polynesian Fishing God.
Yep.
And that is the official name of it. Heather, hopefully I'm getting this right. Not the Mainlander.
Not the mainlander.
And the whole story is that the Mainlander bar, they had the tikis in them, and then they just went crazy with that imagery.
Put it on their menus.
Everything. And then everyone just started just calling them the Mainlander, like a Mainlander tiki.
Yep.
But it wasn't called that by Witco.
Nope.
It was actually the Polynesian Fishing God, right?
It is.
And but either or, I mean, and these are from Oakwash, right?
Yep.
And he's a guy that's based out like over in like the East Coast.
He's Florida.
Oh, yeah, Florida.
I believe he's Carolinas.
Carolinas. I think the
I think it's
Carolinas.
Carolinas.
Right.
Yep.
I got to tell you, Grant, my favorite, like I've always said this, my two favorite tikis, like ever, is the Big Joe,
Yep.
and then this one.
I like the fountain version of this. I've always wanted the fountain.
Cool.
I've come really close to getting it a couple times.
Yep.
And it just has escaped my clutches, like just because it's been geographically hard to get to.
Yeah, and here's a little interesting thing: is we're in Camino Island. We're about an hour and a half north of Seattle, and a little further up is a town called Mount Vernon / Burlington
/ Cedro Woolley.
and there's a hotel there
Yep.
called the Trade Winds, the Hyde Winds. There's some the Winds in the title or something like that. And lining the hotel was this tiki, and they were huge. I mean,
Yep.
like this big, this wide.
And they just tore those down like within
Yeah.
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I did a post on it a couple of years ago. My buddy Travis took me up there to show me these. I'm like, oh my god! But Ken and Heather actually saved one of them.
Oh.
And they actually have it back at their place, but it's in pretty rough shape.
Yeah.
Now. I mean, I think it's like almost in pieces, and they kind of have a belt kind of wrapped
Yeah.
around it. But yeah, that's my second favorite tiki of all time. I love the Witco tikis. The Witco tikis are my favorite tikis. Period. Hands above anything. And they're local. That's the thing
Yep,
that I really like too.
yep.
It blew my mind. I did not know this, that Witco was based out of the Pacific Northwest.
Literally like 45 minutes from here.
Yeah.
And they had multiple warehouses and
And one in Canada.
and stores all over the country, or at least 4 big stores all around the country. So
Yeah.
this one also comes with a statue.
Yes, it does.
It's on next to the God of Fortune down there.
Well, I'll tell you what we should do is we should go downstairs, go to the stairs
Yes.
and check these out.
Excellent.
And you actually have a couple other masks that Ken carved.
I do.
And maybe you'll know the names from them. Maybe you won't.
Pretty sure I don't.
All right, let's go check them out.
So this is a piece from Ken Pleasant of Witco Decor fame. Good friends of ours, Don and Heather Waters, also bought this piece from Ken. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I need one too. So I bought it for my wife for her birthday, and somehow it ended up in my tiki room. And I think it's called Island Princess or something along those lines. I'm terrible about remembering my Witco names. But it's beautiful. The carving is amazing. I love the colors on it because in the tiki room with all the muted colors, this pops out from across the room. But yeah, one of my favorite pieces in here. Here we have 2 more Witco pieces carved by Ken Pleasant. So they're new era, not the vintage ones. But they have all the charm of the classic Witco with the heavy grain cedar. Just the way it's burned is amazing. Ken's details are super crazy good. These come out of the Witco catalog from the history, and I actually love them down here against the white because it just shows them off better. And these are 2 of the carvings that were in the Playboy Mansion. There's a picture of Hugh Hefner by the pool and 3 Witcos on the wall behind him. These are 2 of the 3, and I've got the 3rd one a little farther up the stairwell here. Of the 3 Witcos I have on the stairwell, this is probably my favorite. Just a classic old piece of Witco history. I love this. I got it. I mounted it onto a piece of plywood with the cheetah print there, and then floated that over another piece of plywood that is wrapped in this palm leaf, and then wrapped it with this for a nice framing on there. It looks great. Everybody comes up stairwell as they're working up here and catching their breath. This is the piece they get to focus on for a few minutes. And then on top of that, it's a door. So it kind of actually secret lair back behind there of the wife's art space that she probably doesn't want on video, but it's fine. And this piece here, I just love the way the browns show up through the burning, the texture of this thing, every inch of it. You just feel the ripple of the cedar underneath your hand. It's a great piece, so it's one of my faves. Sitting here at the top of the stairs, I think flight steps around 26 right now. I have the tiki and mug combos for the Polynesian fishing god. This is the mug, and this is the statue, which once again, detail. It's super amazing.
And this actually works out pretty good here on the stairwell to have it lit up by the side lights. Up here is the God of Fortune and its matching mug, which I think this is my favorite one. As far as just, I love the mug, I love the carving, just the good square edges and stuff are great. This one I've always wanted as a fountain, so it drives me nuts. It's almost teasing me. And yeah, classic Witco pieces.